my God.
Doody doody doody. There's this feeling like we might roll over. Oh, look at this one. This is looking to roll over. I'm gonna have to go a little closer because I don't want to roll over. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Hello, we are Cal and Momo. We live full-time in our vintage motorhome with our furry friend Kiki. On the first day of 2024, we set off from Georgia only to break down in Alabama. After rebuilding the transmission, water pump, and exhaust manifold, we continued west through New Orleans and across the Mexican border. We enjoyed boondocking all the way down the Baja Peninsula. The highlight was whale watching in Ojo de Libre.
I got to pet a whale. With his hand.
Our story picks up at a remote campsite by the Pacific Ocean. We drove on a 10-mile long, bumpy, and treacherous road to get to the campground. How many people would take a vintage, almost 50-year-old motorhome? Out in the middle of nowhere.
When we woke up today, the propane tank had leaked all the way down. So now we have to leave. Today was one of the worst days in Mexico because the power steering fluid all came out because of a cracked hose. The refrigerator and stove stopped working because the hose to that fell off in the jiggling road.
Got ripped.
It got ripped off by probably a hill or a rock that we drove over, very small. And the Argosy was like, woo! And yeah, we couldn't have coffee until right now. And it's like 5 p.m. So now we're doing this because I've had a headache all day. My diagnosis is that the bumpy dirt road that we drove on for 10 miles and back messed up everything.
And it was hot.
And it was hot. But now we are in the Walmart parking lot in Mexico.
Walmart.
In La Paz.
It's providing shade for the cars. It's also a solar panel roof. Very innovative.
Just like old
Cheers
times.
To Walmart.
And we got some ice and more drinking water and some coconut water.
Yes. It was one of the worst days, says Momo.
Don't you agree? In Mexico.
For Momo, it was definitely one of the worst. It was really...
Why not for you?
For me, it was very aggravating.
When you say it was the worst day we've had in Mexico so far?
Maybe.
Because I don't...
Yeah, I mean, okay, that's true. In Mexico, because we've had really a string of wonderful days, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty amazed that we hadn't broke down sooner than what we have.
Yeah.
So I basically got used to the Argosy not breaking, and at first I was kind of stoic, like, well, we also had to leave our perfectly remote Pacific Ocean campground.
Yeah.
After just driving there the afternoon before.
See, on the way in, the hose to the propane got cracked or damaged, and then when we woke up, we had no propane, and that's where we had to decide that we were going to have to go get some because
I mean, propane powers the fridge, the cooking, the coffee, and I found out right as I was making coffee, I was like, it's not working. Ugh.
you have to cook the vegetables in Mexico So it's been a long day to get that fixed. I fixed it in time, but and then the power steering, that was spooky.
That was scary.
And because it was really making a lot of noise when it was dried up. So, but anyway, it got kind of existential too. Like, what are we doing? Why did we ever think that we should take the vintage motorhome camping in the remote regions with bumpy roads? I mean, that road was too bumpy.
It was too, yeah. We are learning, just because it says, oh, a 2x2, a two-wheel drive can go on here. That doesn't mean us even, because we have a handicap. It's called being an antique or a vintage vehicle. And we basically need, we kind of would need a lift kit and more leaf springs if we really wanted to do that type of road that we were doing.
Yeah, that's right.
So, yeah, I mean, it was like beautiful on the Pacific Ocean, and like we didn't get any footage of it, but we ran and walked, and it was like the most beautiful beach ever. And like, what did it take to get there? It took a lot of stuff breaking and a whole bunch of jiggling, and just, it took a lot. So it's like the highs are really high and the lows are really low. And for me, I get existential because I'm like, I don't even know how to fix motorhomes. I'm not making money. Why do someone my age in this millennium, in this day and age, should have 3 other roommates and be working, you know, a slightly higher than minimum wage job? But here I am thinking I can just, you know, enjoy myself out here. No, because the reality is, you're gonna break down. We're gonna break down. We have and we will. And I don't know. Like, you could just live a life that's just so medium, and it's like, okay, so I have a house and like maybe roommates, but like I'm safe, like things work, you know, I can call the landlord to like fix things, you know, but like you pay for that and you have to work a job. So, but it's like this very like thing. Whereas this is like super highs, like look at the ocean, look at the dolphins, look at the whales. We're free, we don't have to go into work. And then just low, like stuck on the side of the road. It's hot. This vehicle is black, soaking in the sun. And yeah, even in late February here in Baja, California, it gets hot. But the thing is that it feels 20 degrees hotter in here than it does outside. So when you step outside, you're like, oh, this is kind of pleasant. But then I'm in here like, you know, basically in my underwear, in like bra or not, and like I'm just like, I don't want people to see me. I don't want to be seen. I'm sweating. Could
I mention that the drivetrain and the engine is inside the cab. I mean, I got my foot on it right now. The engine is right there, and then the whole drivetrain heats up too, and so the car has got this big hot metal stuff right under it, and that
right where we sit.
Yes, so that is making it hot. When you stop after driving, you know, the car is hot from that, and then additionally, the sun is hitting the side of it, and it's black. But even if it was another color, it would still maybe heat up in this greenhouse effect. You know. Yeah. Is going to happen.
And we love the windows when you look out and see the ocean, but then when you're on the road and the sun's coming in, then it's like, no, I don't like them. But it's like, it's just, wow, it's so, there's always 2 sides of the coin. Yeah, so, well, okay, that's our check-in. But the happy thing is that, well, this isn't happy, this part, but I said mean things to Cal in my frustration, but then he forgave me.
That's true.
Well, I did say sorry. So.
And Momo did run the camera so you can see some of what happened.
The power steering drama. I did run it at that point. Yeah.
Okay, bye. Slow down, you move too fast. You got to make the morning last. Just looking down the cobblestone, looking for fun and feeling groovy. Hello, lamppost, what you knowin'? I've come to watch your flowers growing. Ain't she got no rhyme for me? Do-do-do-do, feeling groovy. Got no deeds to do, no promises to keep. I'm baffled and drowsy and ready to sleep. Let the morning time drop all its petals on me. Life, I love you. So, I just realized that there's a possibility in life that I didn't know about, and that possibility is that a person could live on the cliff here, and there's an Airstream trailer right there, and then next to it there's a trailer with a drawing of a cactus, and these people live right there on the side of the beach. And then what they do is they get out in the afternoon, they walk down the beach with their windsurfing equipment. Yeah, that is Momo's knee, if you were wondering. They get into their windsurfing equipment and they step right out onto the beach. They don't have to commute. They just step right there and boom, they're out here in the water, jumping, flying, zooming across the water. It's like a Dr. Seuss world in which these people are having the time of their lives out here, and they do it day after day after day for year after year after year. Their bodies are strong, and they're living in these little shacks on the side of the beach. Suzuki Samurai. Look how cute it is. The wheelbase is fabulous. So narrow, so rugged and square. Wow, lunch. Incredible. After 3 nights among these super friendly people, we broke camp en route La Ribera. On the way, we stopped at a restaurant that specializes in dairy-free ice cream. We learned that the owner came to Mexico because she dared to attempt to live out her idea of a fairy tale. She shared her story using 3 pages of the menu, and also came by our table for a 20-minute chat. It was a beautiful, inspiring moment on our journey.
This was truly amazing. What do you think, Cal?
I think the lighting in there is really great. I don't know if it can be captured, but it's so pretty how...
It's so pretty. Look at that mountain behind it, the big palm tree.
Yeah.
It's just gorgeous.
The food was incredible. It was best. It was the best sundae I've ever had. I have not eaten many of them in my life, but this was the best.
I mean, I got caramel, chocolate shell, nuts, cherry, butter pecan, ice cream with a vanilla whip. I mean, and it was all so fresh, made with soy and almond milk. Oh my gosh, can't believe it. It was amazing. Now we're back in here. Kiki is training for her mouse hunting duties.
After another afternoon of hot driving and errand running, we arrived where we are now, at La Ribera's public beach.
We are here at Playa La Ribera, which is pretty far south in Baja, California, sir. And we are officially parking and camping on the beach right now. So that is the Sea of Cortez over there. And it's very warm. It was 90 degrees Fahrenheit today in the cab while driving. And I had to manually breathe. Oh, I am suffering from the hiccups. And every time we drive, it's an ordeal. And then we land, and then we put the shades up. And if there's a good breeze, that helps a lot. But we can't put the shades up all around while we're driving. See all this? Very helpful. They're reflective. But see how big the windows are? In the middle of the day when you're driving, it just pours in. The sun pours in. And you can't cover it because you're driving.
And Momo has the hiccups.
And I have the hiccups. And they've been happening on and off since last night. And it's kind of annoying.
What else? It's an open-ended travel affair we're having now. Just open-ended, no end in sight, just wandering. And we might stay here a few days, or we might drive tomorrow. I don't know, but actually, if we drive tomorrow, we would want to drive early, and that's probably not going to happen. So we have to get up early if we're going to drive.
Right. I think it'd be nice to at least stay like 24 hours plus at a campsite.
It's more relaxing.
Yeah, not because we just got here. I mean, we got here at like 2, then we took a nap and had a late lunch, and it's kind of like, okay, why don't we just not leave tomorrow, because we don't have to. We don't have to pay to be here. We're not in a rush to leave. I mean... Yeah,
and there's still no signs. No signs to tell you what to do, which is nice. People can just do whatever they want. Now here's here's a sign. See that little pink flag right there? That is all the sign you get. This is a sea oat island, and normally this would be heavily protected, and it would be like, oh, do not come on this beach with your vehicle because there's a sea oat here. But this is what you get, a little tiny flag, and that indicates that probably it's a good idea not to just get on this little island of sea oats. But it's a big construction site over there, and this is a public beach. People are very friendly.
Very friendly. People said, "Good afternoon, welcome to Mexico."
Yeah,
it's like they practice their English just so they could say that to us gringos, which is very kind.
Yeah. There's our shadow. There's the solar panels. There's the Starlink, and the rig is doing well. I would say the rig is doing well, but you never know what's going to happen next. Kiki's ready to go back in, I think. Okay. Oh dear, you're about to get clawed by a Maine Coon.
She knows better than to claw her mommy.
One other thing I want to mention is that the mice are gone. Just in case anyone's thinking that we just live with the mice all the time. The Kiki did a great job. If there's a mouse anywhere, Kiki is not sleeping. Kiki is on it. And that can create some restlessness because all night long Kiki will be jumping on things. But the mice did not get a break. And then we literally chased one of the mice out this side door. Also, Kiki bit one of them, and then the third one, Momo poked at so much it ran out. It ran out on its own, and then I covered up the holes where I thought the mice might be coming in. So hopefully that is it for the mice. But
we haven't had mice in like 2 weeks now.
Mice can crush their skulls to the size of a quarter and slip through things. So if they really want to get in, they can, and that's just the nature of life. 3% charge left. Mice, desert mice, they're hungry, they will get in. That's the nature of life. But we have a cat, so it's pretty great. And Kiki is a partner in this now. It's like there's me doing my list of chores, Momo does list of chores, really great list, by the way. I'm really enjoying the chores that you do, especially cooking. It's so good. And then Kiki has a list of chores. It's called Get the Mice. Kiki does it good. So having a mouser on board is a benefit.